Hey guys, welcome back and I hope you guys are doing well. Now today's video is all about the Panasonic Lumix S1 with the Sigma 16mm f1.4. Let's begin. So first and foremost thing guys, this is all being recorded with the Lumix S1 itself with the kit lens that I mentioned. Not the kit lens, I would say, it's a lens that I purchased separately, the Sigma 16mm f1.4, recording at 10-bit at cinema 4K resolution, and the bitrate is 150 megabits per second at 24 frames per second, and this is how it looks straight out of the camera. The only thing that I changed was a picture profile. From standard I moved it to Rec 709. That's about it. Nothing else was changed. It looks quite good in my opinion, and the colors look quite accurate in my opinion. It looks somewhat beautiful. Let me know in the comments below what you feel about this. So the first and foremost thing about this particular combination is that I picked up this from used market, that is eBay, and I got it for about like 900-ish bucks just for the camera body alone with Vlog install, and as well as a battery grip, 2 batteries and XD card and a compact CF Express card as well. It's a CF Express Type B, I believe. So that was a combination that was sold, and it looks quite good. The camera body is quite neat and looks quite amazing. And when it actually comes to something like this, of course, as you guys know, this camera is somewhat a little bit contrast based AF system. That means the sensor on this cannot do a dual AF functionality, so you have to just kind of use contrast AF, and in my opinion it is actually somewhat doable. I mean, you can work around it and kind of make it tunable according to your needs. Right now how I'm actually recording it, it's with one center point AF, that focus is set to my face, probably somewhere in this area. So I kind of made it just by using the screen in the back, and it kind of works for me. In my opinion, it kind of just works out pretty much well. But the only thing is that you need to know how to kind of fine tune it. That's all about it. And you guys tell me how it looks. In my opinion, it's actually looking quite good. I'm actually able to see myself in an external display that I've attached. The only problem with the Lumix S1, S1R is that Lumix S1, S1R, and I don't know much about S1H because I never kind of dwelled into it. I think S1 and S1R are the only cameras which cannot kind of rotate the screen completely facing the user, so it's something like only flips up and down. That's about it. So you guys tell me how it looks. Now when it actually comes to the AF on this particular combination, in my opinion it actually just works. Let's take a look at this example. It is somewhat slow, of course. I can expect that it's not as fast as you kind of expect it to run, but in my opinion it's actually quite good. You see, it's working pretty well. The only thing is you need to know how to kind of use it. But here is where the problem actually comes. When you actually bring some smaller object, right, it might not focus. This is where the contrast AF actually lacks a little bit. It only kind of recognizes something more of priority rather than something in front of it. It will only work when you kind of cover the whole object behind. So let's see. When I kind of do this, you can see it generally picks up the AF and kind of transitions it to the object in front of it. But when I have my face and as well as this object in front of the lens, it might not do it. It might just stick to me and never to this particular object. So let's actually do it. Let's actually do in this way. You see, it kind of doesn't work, and but that's all fine. You can actually use this without a second thought, as I'm actually using it right now. And so it actually is usable, but you need to know how to use it. That's the main thing. So you guys let me know how you feel about this particular setup. In my opinion, it's actually quite good. So let's talk a little bit about the price and all that stuff. So for example, this camera brand new retails about like 2,124.99, which is somewhat expensive in my opinion for a contrast BFF system, but this has a couple of benefits that other cameras don't have. But let's talk a little bit and delve into it a little further. So for example, if you go check out Best Buy as of today, this camera body alone, you can get it for about like $928, which is quite good in my opinion, but you need to make sure that it's available in stock. For example, if I see it right now on Best Buy, $928.99, it's no longer available. and as well as 964.99, which is open box excellent, is also not available, and the brand new one is actually 2124.99, which is pretty expensive in my opinion for this camera. Let's actually take a look at other options. You have the Lumix S1 with the kit lens of 24 to 105 f4. This is when initially Panasonic just decided to kind of include such a good lens because they wanted to kind of attract more customers. Without a lens, they will not be able to do it, so they kind of included it as a kit. You can actually get open box about 1714.99, which is still pretty much good, but I wouldn't say go buy it for this price point at this point of time, because now you have the Lumix S5 Mark II, S5 Mark II X. They have kind of outbeaten this camera a lot in many of the aspects, so don't go buy this at this point of time for this price. So instead, go check out Facebook Marketplace. So let's actually do that right now. I want to see if I have anything nearby for Panasonic Lumix S1 used, and we'll see how much it would be. Let's do it. S1. So right now I'm in Washington, so let's see if I have any used S1 nearby. We have Lumix G9 and all that stuff being sold. We have a lot of S5 Mark IIs. I'm really surprised. Why is this? Okay, let's talk a little bit about that later. We'll do a dedicated video about Panasonic gear. You should definitely know a lot about them, because we'll talk about that in a separate video, not today. So, oh, that's surprising. I saw a couple of S1s couple of days, probably they are sold. That's good enough. So let's see other ways. So let's actually go check out eBay, as eBay is one of the best places you can actually buy used cameras. So at this point of time, you have a Lumix S1 that's being on bid for about like $650. 1 day, 16 hours left. So probably I feel like this would go around like 850, somewhere 800, but not beyond than that. There's a Lumix S1 camera body alone for about like $1,000. It's somewhat expensive. Don't go for such things at this point of time. Let's see. No. Okay, I think that's the most of it. We have Panasonic Lumix S1 with V-Log, and as well as a full cage and a follow focus hand for about like 1,250. I still feel it's somewhat expensive or somewhat high for this camera. So likelihood you have to just check around some options, because I'm gonna tell a little bit about this particular setup on how I got it. This was listed on eBay with the V-Log installed and the software kit, and as well as a battery grip, 2 additional batteries, an XD card, and as well as CF Express Type B card for about like $900. So I picked it up because I felt like this camera is quite that worth, because I'm also getting the V-Log, because that itself is like around $150 or $140, more than that, and the battery grip itself like is $200 or $250, and extra battery and a memory card and all that stuff. So if you add that up all together, it kind of makes sense. If in case you're just buying a camera alone without the V-Log and without all these accessories, then I feel like it's pretty much not worth at this point of time. But this camera has ton of features, ton of flexibilities that you can play around with it, and it kind of gives you a lot for the price, in my opinion. The only thing is that you need to know how to use it. That's all about it. So this video was all being recorded on the Lumix S1 with the Sigma 16mm f1.4. Let me know in the comments below as to how you felt about this video. Does it look good? Do you think anything that can be changed or anything? Just let me know. But I feel like it looks quite good. The color rendering is quite good, and it's a lot better when compared to Lumix S5 and S5 Mark II as well, in my opinion, because S5 and S5 Mark II is too much sharp. For some reason it's too sharp, and it looks as if more of a digital kind of a look compared to this. It somewhat is pleasing to my eyes. That's what I like about Lumix S1, S1R. The picture profile that comes out of the sensor is a lot better, a little bit full frame look kind of a thing. Makes sense a lot. The next video we'll talk a little bit about the Lumix and its gear itself, like the marketing and all that stuff, and also we'll kind of talk a little bit about the return on investment that you can expect from Lumix or the Panasonic Lumix itself. And we'll talk a little bit about a history of what I've been observing over my 5 to 6 years of kind of being in the Lumix gear, and yeah, we'll take it forward from there. Alright guys, I'll catch up with you again. Bye bye.